You are watching Minuteman Matt.
Hello, what's up? We're back with another Borderlands 2 video. Borderlands 4 is right on the corner, but I don't have a PS5 yet, but thinking about getting one. No, so just so I can play BL4. And we got Hyperion SMG. You know what it is, but I'm just going to say it's 3-word SMG because I'm not going to say it out loud. We got an old guard with Sentinel movement speed. This thing is Sentinel Cryo. The recurring hex has cryo damage. That will apply when our action skill goes down. We won't make much use of it, but anyway, I don't have a grenade thrown. We got a Seeing Dead with Hyperion SMGs. I expect a Victory Rush, but I don't have the Pearl on this one, but this will just work just as well. Besides, there's crowd damage, but ear effect damage doesn't really matter because this thing doesn't have the splash damage. Here is our blue tree. Here's our orange. Here's our. We don't have nothing in the green because I don't use the green tree since we got the purple tree. So, but I will. It has a critical damage bonus of 50%. Its base damage isn't very high, but it's kind of overlooked weapon, I guess, but we'll see what effing is. This is a dedicated drop from Time and Destroy at the end of the game, but it is a regular world drop, so you don't have to farm her. Now on to Phoenix. Alright, we're ready to... Okay, let's do a quick kill of Chupacabra before I head to Captain Tron. Let's shoot him in the face. This critical shot is easy. He is down. We'll go with Captain Tron. Okay, Guardian, take down. Yeah. I already activated my action skills before I recorded this. Yeah. Recorded this part, rather. This thing you have to get the critical hits. This is base damage is not very high. You have to get the extra 50% on the critical hit. Isn't beating Mana Core. With the Seeing Dead, I can just activate my action skills just by shooting the enemy. You can't do that with the Hustler. You have to rely on activating your action skills. And with the Hustler, you're gonna have to rely on your Mantis. And honestly, I don't like spamming the action skill button because it kind of throws off your rhythm. Besides, I don't like spamming the action skill unless you use an action skill to kill things. But usually, you're not gonna kill a lot of things with the Mantis cannon, because even though it has that extra 31 times damage in Mayhem 10 and 11, it's usually just going to kill like the weaker enemies and such. But there are builds where it's actually very effective. So, but usually I don't use the Mantis for killing enemies. Okay, we're going to Mount 1 Takedown. I'm not going to kill the rest of these things. I'm just going to teleport to Midnight's Cairn. Right. We're in the facility. We're at the Mount 1 Black Site. Yay. Better known as Mount 1 Takedown. its official name is called Takedown at the Melon Black site. Most of us just call it the Melon Takedown because it's basically the like Bounty Blood. They call it Bounty Blood Fistful of Bullets. Most of us just simply call it Bounty of Blood. Same with the Gun-Loving Tentacles. So we just call it Gun-Loving Tentacles. I don't remember the full name of the DLC. And we got Moxie's DLC. Handsome Chatbot. The full name is Moxie's and the Handsome Chatbot. And then we have the Krieg DLC. I just call it the Krieg DLC. They call it the Fantastic Fuster Clock. No, obviously, it's not going to be the other way around because, in general, the F word is censored in Borderlands. Anyway, the only exception to that rule was, Balax during the story when you fight that Tyrannosaurus Rex thing. Yeah. Come out, Kraken. Kraken. What is this thing doing all the way there? Whatever. Get my barrier back up. Why are they taking too long to spawn? Yeah, these things should be taking faster to spawn, not that slow. We got the Kraken. See if I can get behind the thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this thing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't think this thing's gonna do that well against Voltan, because the only time you can really crit Voltan is during the two phases. The last phase and the first phase. That's just about it. Yeah, Kraken is down. We don't need to take the rest of these bad guys. We'll go to the Valkyrie Squad. Okay, we're at the Valkyrie Squad. Yeah, we gotta get those critical hits. But I guess we were sure it would be so much better in this during this phase, but I'll see you at the end of this fight. Okay, as you know, we're at the last phase of this fight. And I am very low on ammo, unfortunately. Of course, with Zane fires so fast, he's gonna consume a lot of ammo. That's how it is. Oh, the last one is Radder. I gotta get this thing. My gosh, my ammo is low. Finally defeated these things. Let's go on to the bridge at the Melon. Okay, we're at the bridge at the Melon takedown. Yeah, take that, you Battle Wolf. Now these guys. Gotta shoot in the face with this thing, cause definitely want to make these guys my B-word. Oh, stupid Spec Ops Mega Death Spear. Go away. Stop, you're running away. Yay. Boom, boom, you go. Yeah, yeah. Dude, didn't mention this is in radiation, but it's not radiation exclusive, but radiation's a really fun element, because if they're suffering from the irradiate special status effect, and they die, they go boom, like just like that. Stop knocking me away. People might say, oh, it's the hollow point that's doing it, is maybe, because in general, status effect damage in Borderlands 3 doesn't do that much damage. Although things like the kick charge has some of the most DPS on your status effects, but the vast majority of damage is through your direct damage. We don't have anything super awesome like Contagion in Borderlands 3. And hopefully you get status effect damage to actually kill things in the endgame in Borderlands 4. That'd be very nice. Now, the problem here with Borderlands 3, status effect damage actually stacked in previous games. In Borderlands 3, it does not. That went a long way towards the Hellfire in Borderlands 3 wasn't very good, just because status effect damage didn't stack. It didn't really have any special status effect increases either. Just because doll ruined the darn thing. Yeah. Should have been a metal one, not a freaking doll. Hopefully it is in Borderlands 4, and it's much better than it would be in Borderlands 3. Come on. Why? Get off the freaking ledge! Yes. Hyperion! This thing! Goodbye! This ain't cool, man! Oh. I don't know why it happened like that, but actually got this far. I'm not going to skip this part. I'm just going to run through this thing, and I'll see you at level 10. No sense to skip this part now. Yeah. Not a very fun glitch at all. And because I didn't realize the badass at the end were gone, I don't know, but anyway. At least I got the Wolfdan. All that matters. Yeah, as you can see, this thing isn't very good when you're not hitting critical hits. At least it's not as bad as Hellfire is in Borderlands 3. I'll give you that. The Bowman is the same, pretty much the same thing, except it's better. It doesn't have the status effect damage, but that's okay. At least the Bowman is better than the Hellfire. So it actually has a damage bonus. Hellfire does not. Most of the good guns in Borderlands 3, they usually have like plus 200% on the weapon damage on the item inspection, and it doesn't have that. And for this gun, it is actually plus 55%. That's why I got to get those critical hits. Another thing, I wish the critical damage bonus is higher, like on the thing too. Especially considering its low base damage. Well, I know for sure though, this thing is definitely better than your stupid predatory lending. I'd also say this would be better. This is better than the Crossroad, because you know, yeah. It was actually pretty decent Mayhem 4, but when Mayhem 2.0 came out, it was pretty weak. It became pretty weak. The thing didn't get this extra projectile back, it only just got a 50% buff on its damage, but that wasn't really that enough. So. I wish I didn't run out of ammo. These things wouldn't have spawned if I didn't have run out of ammo. I thought this thing might be pretty decent. Apparently it really isn't. So. It would be better if it had the amp shield and not the Genesis shield. The Genesis shield does increase its base fire rate, but the amp shield part increases damage by 5%. Plus, its effect is more useful. But I'll show you the parts on the thing. Yeah, parts inspection. Converted into magazine. Actually pretty nice, but I'd rather have the amp bonus. Heck, I would think that Redistributor would be better even in single target damage. This thing relies way too much on precision. I'm not. I'm just gonna use the Butcher because I'm tired of running out of ammo because Zane fires so fast. What's this? Wow. This ain't a butcher showcase. What's nice? This really should have been left more, but unfortunately it wasn't. I splattered the brain with this thing. You don't see this many legendaries on the ground in Borderlands 4, well, but I'm going to end this. Thanks for watching.
And that's the end of the video. This is Minuteman Matt. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.